This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be jumping from lily pad to lily pad. We are going to be frogs jumping around but battling on the same lily pad for area control. We're talking about a strategy game, an easy quick one here called Bullfrogs. It's for 2 to 4 players. It's by Renegade Game Studios. And so let's take a look. I'm going to show you how it's played, but it's just a very quick 1-minute overview. I've already done a rules school of this, which actually shows you how to play the entire game. If you're looking for more information on how the game's played, go ahead and click this thing up here above me now. Also in the link to this video, there's a link to the actual rules school. Otherwise, let's get through a very quick 1-minute overview. I'll see you on the other side for my final thoughts. In Bullfrogs, you'll be selecting lily pad cards from your hand and playing them out on the board adjacent to other cards. You'll be knowing how many actions to take by your cards, which will allow you to place frogs and or bullfrogs to different cards in the same rows or columns of where you placed your card. And you'll be trying to win battles once cards are full, and you'll be getting points for winning those battles, as well as extra points for doing things for your own color. You'll be sending other frogs off when battles win, and when lily pads sink after a battle, things will be moving around. You'll also be trying to get a majority on the log card for extra points at the end of the game, and it's a battle of wits, abstract strategy, and colorful frogs and lily pads. But you need to be careful, because just when you think you know what you're doing, an opponent will play a card which will allow them to move an opponent's figure over, and then they can make other players take cards away from you when you least expect it. Score points at the end of the game by having the most won battles with points, trying to get the ones of your same color, and by winning the last battle on the log. Now, I actually did the original Kickstarter preview video for Bullfrogs back when it was just, I think, a one-man team publisher company that put it out. It came out, it funded fine, and then Renegade Game Studios picked it up and put it up. Now, as you probably, if you're just flipping right to here, I've already done a rules school. If you're looking for more rules than the 1-minute video, go ahead and click this here in the link and you can go see that. Now, the game itself is fine. I like the components in this version. I like the frogs, I like the bullfrogs, the cards are fine. The game itself, it's really an abstracted strategy game, right? I mean, you're going to be playing cards, you're playing things in certain rows or columns of those cards, you're deciding which one, where to put your frogs, you can't put more than 2 on each one, and it's basically an area control game, but some pieces are going to be moving as lily pads, they get full and the battle happens, and then they jump off and things might be sliding in. So there's a lot of sort of spatial aspects to think about. If you like sort of that abstracty spatial aspect thing, this might be one to check out. It does have some interesting decisions as to, hey, how do I get my guy? Am I going to fight to try to get my guys on the log there for the end scoring of those, additional points for every guy that's on there, plus maybe the 3 points for the end? Or am I not going to worry so much about that and try to get my own cards because those are worth an additional point? You're watching what other people are doing, you're reacting to that, you're trying to think about what they're doing, and it's a decent abstract strategy game. I like it best with 3. I think that's where this shines the most because it just seems to feel the best where there's a decent amount of options. There's fighting for each other, there's ganging up on someone over here, then teaming up with somebody over here. With 4, the board sort of moves around or changes a little too much for you to really plan out a couple of turns in advance. And the 2-player game is good too. I definitely recommend it with 2. It's definitely more in your face, more obviously you're just fighting one person, and there's just more tactical situations where it's more of like a zero-sum thing where you're trying to go against each other. But I definitely recommend it for 2 or 3 players. If you're looking for a pretty quick game that has interesting and quick mechanisms, easy to learn, but has that sort of abstract strategy that you can kind of get deeper the more you play with it, that's definitely one to check out, and that's Bullfrogs. This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.